Hello and welcome to the Leadership Lighthouse podcast, where we shine light on the secrets of successful leadership. Hi, my name is Shweta. I'm the host, moderator, and the co founder of Leadership Lighthouse. And today we have with us Ginny Clarke. Ginny is a renowned executive recruiter, an author, a coach, and an expert in conscious leadership. So, welcome, Ginny. We are so excited to have you on this platform.
Thank you so much, Shweta. It's a pleasure to be with you, and I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to share with your audience.
Yep, absolutely. A pleasure is ours. Ginny, you've had an incredible journey, right? From search recruitment to leading Google's executive search. And now you are an author, a leadership coach, a strategist. So tell me a little bit about your earlier career journey. What inspired you to move into the space of leadership?
Yeah. So I went to I graduated college and was a recruiter for a couple of years, University of California at Davis. And then I moved to Chicago, went to business school, went into financial services for 10 years, initially in banking and then commercial real estate with JLL, Prudential. And I had one of those defining moments. My father passed away, and it made me question everything I was doing. And I thought, I don't want to do this real estate thing. I don't love it. And I don't think enough people ask themselves that question, especially when there are those kinds of, major events in their lives that make them stop and really
Oh,
question. And so I thought I've always loved executive recruiting. I'd never done executive level recruiting, but I decided that's what I wanted to do. And
mhm.
it's not easy. And most people don't grow up deciding that's what they want to do. So I had leaned into it. I was always a really good networker. I told people that that's what I wanted to do. I told someone who had been recruited. One of the execs was trying to recruit him into Spencer Stewart. He said, I don't want to do that, but I'm going to tell them about you. And he
Okay.
did. I had a 3-hour long breakfast with the managing partner. 6 months later, after 12 interviews, I landed at Spencer Stewart. And that was the beginning of what was probably the best and most formative aspect of my career in leadership. Because mind you, I had been, I left Prudential as a vice president, but that was in a completely different sector.
Sure.
So fast forward, I was there for 12 years. I co-founded and led the global diversity practice. Did just a lot of stuff, learned everything I could about executive recruiting. I'm a systems thinker, so I'm always into the why and the how, not just that you do it, right? After 12 years, I decided to leave. I wanted to write this book. I was a single mom. It was a big move, but I decided to do it. I wanted to write on and share with people what I understood about finding their careers. And too many people
Hmm.
relied on recruiters to do that. And I thought that's really passive.
Absolutely.
So wrote the book, consulted for a while. That wasn't as lucrative as I wanted it to be. So I went back to a firm. That firm closed or sold after a couple of years. Someone I had met there had gone to Google. They called and said, come help us with they just split out executive recruiting from the rest of the talent acquisition function. And so I moved back to my home state of California and worked for Google for 4.5 years. So
Oh,
that's the short version. There's a lot underneath all of that
I'm
I'm happy to
sure.
share. I left in 2020 just to kind of close the
Mhm.
loop and bring you up to today. And before I left, I worked with a speaking coach because I knew I wanted to speak. I'd always been good at it and enjoyed it. And
Mhm.
shortly after I moved back to Chicago in 2021, I started working with the Speakers Bureau. So I speak professionally. I've done over 100, paid speeches to a lot of corporations, associations, that sort of thing. So I love doing that, and it's helped me integrate everything I learned with what I believe in. I'm a deeply spiritual
Mhm.
person, which we can talk about. And the speaking has really solidified so much of what I'm trying to put out now in terms of content around conscious leadership. I also had a podcast from 2020 to 2022. So, and all of that content is still up and available. So that's what I've been up to. It's been a lot of different things that are now coming together in what I refer to as a movement that I want to see happening in